Welcome to Law Lecture Series. Today we are going to discuss administrative judicial review on administrative action. Generally, whatever may be the action taken by the government, it should be valid and it should not violate any fundamental rights. As we studied in our Indian Constitution, the law enacted by the state legislature or a parliament should not violate the fundamental right of the individual. If there is any violation in the fundamental rights, the individuals can approach the Supreme Court for the remedy. So, similarly, in administrative law also, whenever the discretion is exercised by the executives, it's not an absolute discretion. If the discretion violates the fundamental rights, the aggrieved party can approach the either Supreme Court or High Court. The judicial review has four shapes. First one is legislative review, second one judicial review, third one constitutional review, fourth one administrative action review. In first category, in legislative review, generally the laws passed by the authorities, administrative authorities or a legislature, it can be reviewed through legislative review. Second one is judicial review. The court reviews the decisions of lower courts and as well as its own decision. So it's a kind of filing an appeal from lower court to Supreme Court. So next one is constitutional review. If there is any violation of the fundamental rights while amending a constitution, as we know, in Keshavananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala, the Honorable Supreme Court stated that the amendment should not violate the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So, whenever there is a violation in the basic structure, we can approach either Supreme Court or High Court for the remedy. Next, fourth one is administrative action review. This is very closely connected with the administrative law, wherein rest of three is closely related to constitutional, whereas judicial review is common to constitutional law as well as administrative law. The administrative action review, generally the court reviews the action of the administrative authorities. So whatever may be the action taken by the authorities, it should be fair, reasonable and justice. So there must be a reasonableness, there must be a justness and then fairness. Then only that particular decision can be considered as a valid one. Next, we move on to jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So with respect to these administrative actions, the Supreme Court has jurisdiction to analyze whether the action is correct or not. So whether is there any violation of the government or not. For that purpose, the Supreme Court vests with the powers under Article 32 as well as Article 136. Under Article 32, whenever there was a violation in the fundamental rights, they can approach the Supreme Court under Article 32 to get a remedy. The Supreme Court shall have powers to issue directions by way of writ. So the writ can be classified into five: habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and certiorari. So through these writs, the Supreme Court can curtail the abuse of the power by the administrative authorities. So they can give remedy through this writ petitions. Next, Article 136. Under this article, the Supreme Court have a power of special leave to appeal. Generally, whenever the case came before the High Court, once the High Court gave a decision, sometimes the High Court may certify the case to go for the appeal. Sometimes the High Court may refuse if there is no substantial question on the particular matter. So once it's refused by the High Court to give a certificate, the party is allowed to file a special leave petition before the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court thinks that there is a questions to be analyzed in the matter, they can take that case and they can allow for the special leave. It's not a right of a appeal of a aggrieved party. Listen carefully. The person doesn't have a right to appeal special leave petition defaultly. So it's a remedy or it's a discretion of the court to give permission or to grant the special leave even at the stage of appeal. The aggrieved party can't claim as a matter of right. Clear? The Supreme Court alone have a power to entertain a petition and a special leave or not. These are all the various jurisdictions handled by the Supreme Court with respect to administrative discretion.